Lok Sabha election is coming to an end in a few hours. We have with us Congress General Secretary and Senior Congress Leader, Mr. KC Venugopal. Welcome to PTI TV, sir.
Thank you very much.
So you've been across the country and you campaigned across the country for the Congress. What is your assessment of this Lok Sabha election?
It was a very good campaign as far as Congress Party and India Alliance is concerned, which we have done. Throughout the campaign, from the beginning itself, there is a clear-cut trend in favor of Congress and India Alliance was witnessed. Our field reports is also very clear that there is a change in the mindset of the people are witnessing. So wherever we are going, we are getting a positive pulse. Our leaders also very much comfortable. That's why we are telling we have in a comfortable position.
You've been across the country and you traveled the length and breadth of the country. So what is the pulse that you're getting from the ground, and are those translated into votes?
No, the way in which BJP and the Narendra Modi government has done election preparations and pre-elections dramas, you people know about that. The country know about that. They created a situation that they are going to win hands down without any opposition. They are not going to come back again. That is why they have designed this entire campaign in a separate manner, which never a political party done in the National League India. I am talking about they totally depend upon Ramandir. Their only agenda during these elections is to create communal division among the people, to speak about dharma, speak about the religion. I think this level of low-level attack from the Prime Minister itself is to build that narrative. This election is for polarization. Then the beginning itself, they created an impression that there is no much scope for opposition parties. They didn't allow the level playing field for opposition also. You know that they put jail on our leaders, opposition leaders, Jharkhand Chief Minister, Delhi Chief Minister, and they seized our account. Therefore, their attitude is totally a dictatorial attitude during this election campaign since the beginning itself. But we took a strong decision. Congress Party took a strong decision. Whether it is Rahul Gandhi or Honorable Congress President, all took a strong decision that we should focus on people issues. This election should fight with the ordinary people issues. Basically, this election we treated as a poor versus rich. We know the country's experience for the last 10 years. Who gained from this government? Who lost from this government? I mean, due to the governance. Where is the entire governance went? Where the profit went? Where it is not went? That's why we have a design about that. First Bharat Jodo Yatra. Kanyakumari to Kashmir, Rahul Gandhi walked about 4,000 kilometers. That yatra given an impression to us, give a feedback to us. What are the burning issues of this country? Basically, thousands of youths interacted with the Rahul Gandhi and Congress leaders. Women are interacted with the Congress leaders and Rahul Gandhi. Farmers interacted. From all walks of life, people are interacted during this yatra. Therefore, we got an idea. What are the burning issues of this country? Unemployment is a major issue. We realized price rise is the burning issue for entire household. Basically, common poor people. Agrarian crisis. Farmers are struggling for surviving their lives and their agriculture, to sustain their agricultural activities. Certainly, women's safety, like common issues are also. So we shaped our election manifesto in such a manner to address the concern of the common man of this country.
But were you successful in putting your points across, as the two major narratives that have come out on this campaign is reservation and the constitution.
No.
So
Exactly.
have you been successful, and how many seats are you going to win?
Exactly, that BJP given an opportunity for all of us. There are own candidates. Candidate from Ayodhya. Like, there are important leaders spoke about the change of constitution. Then they are talking about 400 seats. इस बार 400. Everybody can read it out. Their own people are telling we need to change the constitution. They are telling our target is 400. Therefore, it is very clear that they want to change the constitutions, which need to be a change of reservation also. So we took up this thing. From the beginning itself, we took up that issue. Reservation should be maintained. SC, ST, OBC reservation should be maintained. The cap of 50% should be raised. What they have tried to make it like this. No, this is for Muslims.
They have accused you of raising it.
They accuse us that it is for they raising the reservation cap is for giving more reservation to Muslims.
So whom are they for?
Actually, every speech, Congress President and Rahul Gandhi, in every speech specifically mentioned SC, ST, OBC and poor people from the general caste. SC, ST, OBC and poor people from the general caste. They should get a reservation benefits. Therefore, we need to raise the reservation cap. This is what we took a very strong stand. Everywhere you can verify the speeches by the Rahul Gandhi and the Congress President. They told like that. There was this type of I am coming to the point which you asked earlier, is that we put a narrative, even though Prime Minister and BJP tried to make it deviate from that narrative. We didn't deviate our narrative. We fixed with that narrative, this narrative of the poor versus rich, and with the guarantees and the reservations. So I think most of the people realized that campaign. It reached down level. This is what our impression. That is why we are telling this type of entire polarization agenda and making a huge victory is drastically getting negative impact.
Since you are so confident, where is this confidence coming from, and which are the states you are gaining from?
Certainly, you can see the 2019 election result, where they got maximum. You people know that. Maharashtra, they got the maximum. This time Maharashtra is totally in a changing mood. Karnataka, they got maximum. We got only one. Karnataka is totally in a changing mood. Haryana, we are 0 in a changing mood. Rajasthan, we have 0 in a changing mood. Bihar and Uttar Pradesh also. The field is very clear. I think you are also there in Uttar Pradesh, Bihar. I was there about 8 days in Uttar Pradesh. Wherever we are going, we are getting a pulse that change of mood is there in favor of India Alliance. We didn't see any wave, any strong favor in favor of BJP or Narendra Modi in UP at all. Therefore, their seat will be drastically going down in Uttar Pradesh. We are also the same situation. We are expecting good result from Assam also. So that's why we are telling these are the states which BJP got maximum seats. Maximum means ultimate seats. There will be a decrease of seats from theirs.
But how many seats are you winning, the India Alliance and the Congress?
That's what I am telling. Our ground reports are very much comfortable of winning good number of seats, which give us a clear-cut mandate on forming a government.
But, the Prime Minister has accused you, the India Alliance, that there are too many contenders for the Chief Prime Minister's post, and you'll see a Prime Minister changing every year. So how would you respond to that?
No, Prime Minister, how many times Prime Minister told this India Alliance is going to break down?
Yeah.
How many times he told about that? There was an experience in this country. When 2004 this type of scenario came, they told about India shining, they are going to win. This same type of campaign they have took up in that area at that time. So, Manmohan Singh, without any problem, had become the Prime Minister of this country. Same way 2009 also. For India Alliance, it is not going to be a biggest task. Whenever his number is coming in our favor, we will decide our Prime Ministerial candidate without any delay, without any problem also.
In how many days can we see the Prime Minister?
No.
A decision on the Prime Minister.
Without any delay, I am telling, as early as possible it will happen.
So, but Congress is single largest party which has its presence across the country, and it is also binding the opposition in a way, binding together the opposition, since it's the principal opposition party. So would the Congress stake its claim on the Prime Minister's post, since it is also emerging that it will be the single largest?
No, that everything will come only after the result declared. Because we don't want to take any unilateral decisions. Of course, it is an alliance, India Alliance parties are there, senior most leaders are there. We will sit together and we will find out about it. Otherwise, there is no single-handed decision by Congress party is going to be happen.
So Mr. Arvind Kejriwal is also one of the partners in the India Alliance. He has said that I am not wedded to the Congress. So do you see that he could switch sides later, or sometimes will he stick to the coalition?
I don't think so, because he is campaigning in Punjab. If he told that we have an alliance strongly, then entire Aam Aadmi Party people will ask him, why we are voting for you? We can vote for Congress only. That question, I think that might be the compulsion for him to say like that. We can understand that.
So on the voter turnout, do you still have doubts on the voter turnout because the Supreme Court has declined to intervene in the matter?
The lack of transparency is there throughout during the process of electioneering. This delay of publishing the data itself, you can see that. Taking 10 days for releasing. First phase took 10 days.
11 days. So you still have doubts on it?
No. We are telling election commission has to be a neutral player as a referee for conducting a free and fair election. We are expecting, earlier I told you, we are expecting a clear level playing field for each opposition, whether it is government or opposition. In election, everybody is equal. But we are not experiencing is that through the action from the EC. This election data also, we told our entire agents of this country, they could have got this 17C forms, which is actually narrating the actual voting percentage of in each booth. We are already collected our 17C form in most of the states. Other states, they are going to collect it coming 2-3 days. We will get an idea after that, clearly.
For that, you convene the meeting?
Convene the meeting is the...
strategize.
No, convening the meeting, you know that. Polling dates also. Even if in Akhileshji's constituency, Kanauj, what happened, you know that day. People are stopped for voting. In police personnel, there are complaints that police personnel themselves went to the polling booth and take the Samajwadi and India Alliance agents from there to make it as a one-side polling. There are this type of complaints everywhere in UP and other states. We need to be very extra careful about the counting procedure. about this, real votes counting also. 17C forms, I'm again telling you. So that's why we called a meeting of India Alliance. And that is an informal meeting to have a common strategy on that counting period.
So Mr. Rahul Gandhi has been your star campaigner. He's campaigned all across, but he's also contesting on 2 seats, one from north and one from south. So won't it be a difficult choice politically to quit either of the seat, in case he wins both the seats? So which one will he?
In politics, every decision is not going to be quite easy. There will be easy decisions also, there will be quite difficult decisions also. No problem. We will have a decision after the election results without hurting anybody's sentiments. We will take a final call. Party will take a final call on that.
But can we also see Priyanka Gandhi Vadra in Parliament, because she has not contested this time and she's only campaigning?
It is up to her to decide. Party will, that point of time, whenever the situation comes, then party will choose the candidate.
So the Prime Minister, has talked about a political earthquake, coming after June 4, in the next few days after June 4 results. So what do you assess of this? What could it be? You have something to say.
Prime Minister is saying so many things. Yesterday he talked about, you see that his comment, which is a biggest controversy here of the Mahatma Gandhi. Is it true? Do you believe that what the Prime Minister is told is true?
I don't know. The Prime Minister has said it.
No, Prime Minister, being an Indian, Prime Minister is telling Mahatma Gandhi is known by the people only after the Gandhi film. Is it true? In my view, it is not true. When I was born as a child, when I go into the first class itself, I know about Mahatma Gandhi is the father of the nation, who brought the freedom of this country. I think this is the experience of every children in this country, that point of time. So Prime Minister is telling that Mahatma Gandhi is known only after Gandhiji film. It's a total lie. That way, 15% reservation is going to Muslims. Is it true? Total lie. He is a master of lying. This is also, you can count in that way.
But since he's also raised the pitch against corruption, and he's saying that the ED and the CBI and all these 4 agencies are on the right track, and we'll see, some leaders permanently in jail in the future, in the times to come. So what do you make of it? Because you've been accusing...
For him, corruption is only applicable to the opposition parties.
That's what you've been accusing.
No, not accusing. For everything. Before 2 weeks itself, Karnataka government wrote a letter to the union government to cancel the diplomatic passport of Prajwal Revanna. Whether he took any action. We saw the case of Resolutes. Whether he took any action. There are serious corruption complaints against the period of Yediyurappa. Whether he took any action. He himself went to Maharashtra and abused Ajit Pawar. He is the master of corruption. 27,000 crore has been stolen from the exchequer. You can see the speech of Prime Minister. Now what is the status of Ajit Pawar? Therefore, corruption, whenever Prime Minister is talking about the corruption, he is not talking about anything about Adani Ambani. Favorite friends. Corruption, whenever Prime Minister is telling very clearly, that is also he is misusing the agencies, ED, CBI and this Income Tax Department to punish the opposition party, to shut the mouth of opposition voice. This is the only one agenda which had been demonstrated throughout the election campaign itself. Nobody is against the rule of law. especially Congress party, is very much believing in the rule of law. But rule will be applicable to everybody. Law should be applicable to everybody. The ruling party is getting complete advantage on of that, and they are making it as a tool for penalizing opposition. Is not for a good democratic situation.
So you also, some of your leaders have said that BJP may emerge as the single largest party. So since you are claiming that you are getting a majority, so in case the BJP gets the single largest party tag, it will be called first.
There are customary practices and there are conventions in our constitution itself and our system itself. So we are not worried about all these things. Once the result comes, there will be a solution of all of these things.
So the opposition parties will meet soon after the results.
Certainly. Certainly. We will be in touch with that. I am very much thankful to you people also. Even though a lot of pressure and these things for the media is there, we done a very good campaign. I told initially that since the beginning there are threats, there are challenges in front of us for this entire election campaign. Mallikarjuna Kharge ji, Rahul Gandhi ji and Priyanka Gandhi ji and all other senior leaders worked very hard, done a massive positive campaign. Just now you asked about the Priyanka ji's contest. If Priyanka ji also could have contested in the election, we would have missed her entire strongest campaign. She done a wonderful campaign also. Through this your medium, I would like to thank our Karyakarta from all over India, from the booth level workers to the top leaders, those who have worked very hard for this election during this most difficult period of Indian democracy.
Thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you.